Good morning, Boomer here. Today is Thursday, July the 2nd. I got a little bit of a late start today because Bert's restaurant was just so good for both breakfast and supper yesterday that I had to wait and have breakfast again this morning. And they did a great job. I had the farmer's omelet, top notch, absolutely top notch. And of course, I woke up before they opened up, so when Boomer wakes up in the morning, his first thoughts go to coffee. So I walked down the street and got a cup of dark roast from Dunkin' Donuts and got one glazed donut to hold me over until Bert's open and I could get that omelet. But anyway, I'm back on the trail, getting ready to climb, I think, probably one of the few mountains today. Once I get up there, according to the guide, I stay there. So I'm gonna start climbing this and get to the top, and I will share with you any views that I see when I get there. So I'll talk to you later. Here's a nice look down into the valley and the river and the bridge that I walked across yesterday afternoon. So just wanted to stop here. I think I'm near the top, but those of you that hike know the dangers of false horizons and the hopes that they can bring. But anyway, I think I'm getting there, and I should be there in the next little bit. And we keep just getting higher, and as we do, the views keep getting better. Rock climbing is interesting. You know, yeah, I've got mixed feelings about trekking poles. I'm so used to them out on a regular trail, I find it hard to walk through the woods without them. But coming up rocks like we've got here and all the way around me, sometimes the trekking poles just get in the way. So, as Kenny Rogers would say in The Gamble, you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Know when to walk away and know when to run. Well, I'm not walking away or running, but I sure am climbing slow. All right, rocks behind me, rocks in front of me, going on up and up. And this is a view from the rock that I'm standing on, going downhill. So if you've got a fear of heights, and I guess I don't, then be cautious when you start to do something like this. But I have a great healthy respect for that. And also, I love my trekking poles, but right now they're getting in my way. All right, there are my next two and possibly last blazes. I've got to negotiate from where I am here up around this way to that, and then over that rim up there. So I'm going to turn the camera. Well, actually I might be able to do it without turning the camera. Let's see if I can get an over the head shot of what's down below me. I want to give you as much of a view as I can from where I am right now. I've still got some rocks to go, but as you can see, I am up here, and this rock field is quite interesting, and I'm going to have to jiggle as I actually shift my body here, so sorry about that. As you can see, where the river goes on around and back that way, and then there's the town of Palmerton in the background. I'm standing on this relatively flat rock. I think I'm almost to the top, but I wanted to stop and shoot this view from the other angle, again towards Palmerton and the road down there. If I'm not mistaken, this is the Superfund site area, but anyway, here's where I've come from. There's the river, there's Palmerton, and those white blazes there and the trees, I believe, are the way out of this. So I think I'm almost done. I'm going to climb up there. If I'm wrong, then I will get back with you and say, hey, there's more than I thought. But if not, I'll just let you know that I made it through safely. Anyway, talk to you later. I believe I've come to the end of it. The trail seems to go into the woods and hopefully into more greenery. And that being the case, I think we have successfully navigated this lovely rock climb that you see over my shoulder. So my congratulations to all previous hikers who successfully come through here. I've watched a bunch of you on YouTube channels, and I've been impressed with your ability to do it. I honestly wasn't sure if I could, but I knew I had to try. So try and succeed, or try and fail, but for crying out loud, try. All right, I'm going to pan and give you the best view that I've found of Palmerton. It is a nice little community, even though they did get stuck with a Superfund site. But I really enjoyed my stay there. And if you ever come through this area, I recommend you stop. All right, hello, Boomer here. It's still Thursday, July 2nd, but it's been one of those days, folks. For some reason, things just didn't go the way they were supposed to go. I didn't get the distance that I wanted. And so I decided I would camp. And I started looking through the Guthooks Guide, which is the Appalachian Trail Guide. And it gave me information on the particular campsite that I'm at, and said that there was a working spring. I think it was 4/10 of a mile down the side of the other side of the mountain, which I took at its word. That was my first mistake. So anyway, I have everything set up here. There's my tent. It's got all set up. I got my poles, got the shirt that I wore today, got my bear bag hung over there in the tree. And the bottom line is I'm going to go ahead and camp here tonight, and I'm conserving water. So just wanted to let you know that sometimes your best plans go astray. In this particular instance, I was one of those situations where I was coming through another of the rocky situations, and I didn't do a fall like I did before, but I took kind of a slow tilt over and didn't get myself stopped in time. And so I scraped my arm and my shin, which both required that I put some Band-Aids and some antibiotic ointment on it. So anyway, I'm going to spend the night here. I'll pack up in the morning and I'll head on out. The next shelter is farther than I wanted to walk in all that condition, so I'm just deciding to stay here. Anyway, this is Boomer out for the night. I'll talk to you in the morning. Good morning, Boomer here. Today is Friday, July the 3rd, one day before Independence Day. So hope y'all have great celebrations out there. I spent the night at camp last night in the woods, and I'm going to show you the campsite because it's a very nice campsite, and it's probably no more than 25-30 yards off the trail. So let me show you out here. Nice fire ring right there, plenty of downed trees and logs to sit on. I hung my bear bag off that tree right up there, the one with the strange looking trunks going up, and then secured it to that tree just right in the center of the screen there. There are spaces for multiple tents in this general area. I chose this space right here because it was right next to the fire ring. You can see I've got my poles hanging on that tree, and there's more down that way. So it's a very nice spot, and I slept very peacefully last night. But anyway, it's time for me to get going, and I'm going to head down that trail. A lot of people ask, hey Boomer, what's the deal with Pennsylvania and everybody complaining about all the rocks? I want to show you a typical section of trail that I'm just getting ready to walk through right now, and it'll kind of give you some idea. This is really more typical than you can imagine. All right, as you see right here at my poles and my feet, all these rocks headed out that way to the point you can't see them anymore. But here's the thing, the trail is marked by the rocks. I mean, the rocks are the trail. So it's kind of an interesting situation. You've got to pick your way over very carefully. And if you get in a hurry like I often do, you tend to trip and fall. So that's kind of the deal on the rocks. Just thought I'd share that with you since I had this one right off the bat this morning.